Right, so we're going to take a look. We are going to take a look at one of Murat's snatches. Alright, so we see right off the ground, bar's nice and close, this is good. Back is upright. However, his shoulders over here should be a bit more in front of the bar. Okay, let's pull up a quick example, exactly what this means. Alright, so I've used this image before, but this really demonstrates. We see the bar cap here. We see how far ahead the shoulders are. So unlike a deadlift, in the clean, your shoulders actually have to be ahead of the bar by a considerable margin. Okay, so it looks like he's starting with them maybe right in line or even a little behind. If that was fixed, then this would be a good starting position. However, immediately after this starting position, we encounter a problem. His hips rise too quickly in relation to everything else. So his shoulders, hips, and the bar should all move at the same speed. Instead, his hips are rising way too quickly. You can see now his hips have really risen at a disproportionate speed to the rest of his body. He has to maintain this sort of position with his legs pushing off the ground. This is a common fault when you're using way too much back off the floor in a cleaner snatch, that these hips rise too quick. If we did a quick example right here with some angles, we can see his back angle here. So off the floor, ideally, this angle should actually not change. You can see immediately though, if I want to do this again, that change in the angle is already happening. So this is something that we need to get rid of. We need this to be constant off the ground. This is very important because errors happen cascading, so fixing them first right off the ground is the highest priority. So keeping those hips down, everything start as one off the ground. So now, at this position, let's assume everything else was correct before it. At this position, his back needs to start coming up to vertical as he sweeps this bar in so the bar is into the hips. Instead, he's actually already starting to pull, using a lot of arms. The bar is not close in the hips, and we have very little leg extension with this. It's mostly just pulling with the arms. You can see right here, normally the arms would be straight and we'd just be prepping to use the legs. Instead, the arms are already being used in the pull. The arms are never used to pull the bar up, only to pull yourself down. So this is pulling too early with the arms. Now pulling himself under, you can see as a result of not keeping the bar close, the bar should be closer, it's out in front, his feet will move forward. The rest is just a result of everything else that has happened. Still learning, so no worries that this wasn't the most comfortable catch. Everything else was forward. Still learning how to use the shoulder flexibility. That stuff's not that big of an issue. The highest priority is everything else that happened before it. So he must keep these hips low off the ground, moving at the same speed as everything else. And then this must be kept and swept in. And more legs, less arms in this extension phase. This should look more like a snatch pull if you look at those on Catalyst Athletics. Let's watch this in real time real quick. And there you go. Good way to control it on the way down. That was good. That as a beginner, you shouldn't just drop it. You need to get more experience with the bar. Okay, good work.